I would personally, I remember there was like Jorge Masvidal, like he said something about me on Twitter when he was like beefing with Bisping because we were like talking shit.
Yes, I remember.
And he was like, "And tell your little fake wannabe fucking comedian I'll smack him or something." Like it was something like, you know, somewhat. No, I think it was like veiled threat. It was a veiled threat. It wasn't that simple.
Yeah.
And I remember they asked me to do a podcast with him up at Stand Up New York Labs. They're like, "Oh, they're having Jorge," and they had no idea that any of this went on. And they were like,
"That's
"Oh, we know."
Bad idea.
They were like, "I know Lewis is a comedian who does an MMA podcast. We'll get Lewis to come in." I think it was with Metzger. I believe it was with Metzger. They're like, "We'll ask him to come in, and then he can sort of like create some common ground." And I remember at the time thinking, I was like, I'm going to do it because there's no way a UFC fighter is going to just start beating me up. Like, that's crazy. But we just talked about this earlier. There's a couple types of guys in the world, right? And
Masvidal would have, if he realized
he would have slapped me, dude.
I think he would have started talking shit for sure.
But in my mind, I was like, dude, we'll be on camera. I'll talk shit back. What was that
if
movie?
you talk shit back, he would.
What was that movie where there was a fight? They were like, it was like, no, I'll hit him, and then. By the time
Dazed and confused.
By the time somebody comes around, by the time he realizes what happens, everyone will just break it up, and I'll look cool.
Kurt and everyone just lock circles around you.
They lock arms, and it's Jorge Masvidal beating the ever living shit out of me. But I remember just thinking, I was like, dude, there's no way he's a UFC fighter. There's no way he's just going to start smacking me. But he would probably start talking shit, and in my mind, I go, I'll just talk shit back. We'll make it interesting podcasting.
And then, that would have gone so bad.
No, and I think that there's just the type of guys that they're not like. I don't think George St. Pierre is going to get into a fist fight with a fan outside of a thing. But there are UFC fighters that will just fucking choke a bitch out because deep down,
if you attack George St. Pierre, he'll defend himself
and destroy
but he's not going to do it. You could talk shit to George St. Pierre and he'll smile at you and go like, yeah, okay.
Okay, time to eat some poutine. Just fucking, we got to go skiing.
Do you think I'm scared of you?
That's good.
Do you think I'm scared? I walk away, please. I'm a professional fighter. I'm here.
That bigger man is the one who walks away. He starts saying things that your dad would say to you as a kid.
Yes.
I would never throw the first punch.
And then there's other types who will like, Jorge Masvidal is the type that like, if you saw Jorge Masvidal and you wanted to get into a fight with him, you could do that very easily. You literally, like with the Diaz brothers, shit like that. If you walk by them and were like, "Fuck you, bitch," it's like you're fighting them now.
Yeah,
like,
you're
that's
fighting,
it. They're
fighting the Diaz brothers.
Yes, and probably whoever they're with also.
Yes,
like
dude.
they're all fighting.
It's fucking badass. Which I appreciate.
Have you ever heard Nate telling the story of why he slapped Khabib and got in a fight with his whole fucking team?
I don't remember.
It's so fucking. It's everything you love about Nate Diaz. And also, he may have completely made the whole thing up in his head. Yeah. So, like, his story is that he's there watching, I think it's a grappling competition, and he's there watching Jake Shields. It might have been an MMA fight, but I think it was a grappling competition. But he's there to watch Jake Shields. And so, Nate's there, like a Diaz brother. You ever see like Nick when he's in Nate's corner or Nate when he's in Nate's corner? They have like an air like they're fighting. Like they're staring down the guy who's fighting their guy. Yeah. Like they're about to fight. They're like, just like motherfucker, like fucking
like
you're gonna come in, like you're gonna fucking come here and fight my friend. Like it's not a sanctioned event. Like as if you just stepped up to fight this guy.
Yeah, I knew these two Puerto Rican kids who live right next door to me. It was Gano and Migue.
Yes.
Right? Gano and Migue. And it was like if one of them was fighting, they were both fighting.
Yes, that's
every time, and it wasn't even like it was just like that's my brother.
But that's what you love about them, like that they're so loyal.
That is like you can't buy that type of loyalty. That is some real blood fucking deep shit.
It's everything you love about them. So you love this about Nate. So Nate's sitting there like, fuck yeah, my boy's coming down. He's like walking down the aisle, and Khabib and all his people, I guess they like take a selfie, like of their group of people, and Nate's in the background. And they're all laughing and joking around and taking a thing. And I guess Nate's in the background with this, like, you motherfucker, look. Now, Nate takes this as, they're all making fun of me.
Yeah.
Like, mocking me for fucking being here in my boy's corner.
Yeah.
Which may not have been the case.
No.
They might have just been like narrative. Some fucking, they're like, I don't know, we're fucking Russians in America taking pictures. I have no idea. Yeah. But so Nate takes this as like the ultimate fucking crime and goes to fight all of them and it's just like what and flips his shit, and it does seem like the reason why I think he might have been just wrong about it is because it does seem like they're all like, whoa, like, what are we fighting over?
Yeah.
Like, we didn't even know this.
No, we are fans of you. We love you.
Yeah, like he comes over, he's throwing chairs and shit at him, and then they said they kicked him out, and he's like waiting outside for a minute. Anyway, yeah. So that's the story. Great Nate Diaz story.
Gotta love it. Dave Smith will always figure out a way to shoehorn in a Diaz brother story.
It's the big news of the week.
It's honestly, dude.
This happened 3 years ago, but it's the big news.
Honestly, new segment on the show. Diaz News with Dave Smith.
All right.
Diaz News. You know what, Natalie? Make sure that we have a segment intro ready for next week's show. I want Diaz News with Dave Smith. Of course. We're producers. They're going to find it for you, Dave. You're not going to really have to do much research here.
Yo! Yo!